Morning. Should we have a little bit more light? I was thinking about the video that I did last night when I was talking about boozing, and I guess in relation to this time of year. So I was kind of thinking about things from the other perspective, because there might be those that fall into a category of being far from wanting to socialise. So I thought I would put a different spin on where some people might be at the moment, because it's somewhere I've been at in the past. So for anybody that really can't be bothered with Christmas this time round, and particularly now given what's happening, for anybody that's just fed up, sick and tired of what is going on, not bothered about, about what's happening outside, and just generally had enough of the whole thing. Anybody that's feeling sorry for themselves, anybody that is, the last thing on their mind is, what they're putting into their body, be that alcohol, food, whatever. And you don't want to see anybody. So anybody that's feeling that they just want to lock themselves away, and that actually this situation that the world has thrown us this year is just fine by you, because it's okay, and you kind of quite like being excluded and hiding yourself away from the world. And you might well feel you might be holding on to grudges. I don't know. Like, if you're just generally feeling absolutely rotten about things, and you can't be bothered engaging with other people, then this is for you. And why is it for you? Because I've been that person. I've been that person in the past that has not answered phone calls, that has not responded to messages, who has put my friendships on hold, who's hidden myself away because of one reason or another. Why do people want to hear my problems? Why are people interested in what I'm thinking or what I'm going through? I've been that person. I've been the person that's got nothing good to say or think about the world. And listen, I totally get it. But what I wanted to say today was that at some point in time, because this happened to me, and it was only when this happened to me that things started to change. And if you're watching this and fall into that category, then listen, this might seem like a bit of a kick in the nuts, or a kick somewhere else if you're a female. And let's not get into complicating it any further by talking about any other genders. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? So this might come as a bit of a kick to the head, shall we say. I believe everybody has a head. Until you stop complaining about what hand the world has dealt you, and you take complete responsibility and accountability for your life, and honestly, drop the fucking ego. That's at that point in time, when you're ready to do that, and you're ready to start making some changes in your life, that's when you can start seeing a difference. And it was only when I dropped the ego, the perceptions of what people thought, and decided that my life was down to me to control. And the more that I could do for other people, I realised made me feel better. So stopped worrying so much about me and started thinking about what I could do for other people. And that's when things started to get better. So yes, that might be a kick in the head for some people. It might feel like a right slap across the face. But the reality is that for anybody, albeit you think it right now, as soon as you just lose the ego, as soon as you are ready to do something for other people, and quite frankly, here's another one, don't need other people's validation. right? When you make those changes, or you can shift yourself into a mindset where that can be the case, then that can be the light bulb moment. That can be when the penny drops. And that can be when you can start to be happy again. Because this, and as well, and I know that, listen, I'm not so stupid. I appreciate that what we're doing here is on social media, but that's where most people are these days. And that doesn't really help your life when you're scrolling through other people's showreels. This is the other reason why I'm quite happy to come on here and tell you about all of the fuck-ups that I've made in my life, right? Because they've made me who I am, right? I don't need to come on here and tell you about how wonderful my life is all of the time. By the way, it is, because I'm massively grateful for the life that I've got and the problems that I've got. That's what makes me me, right? But when you start putting a different frame, a different slant onto the way in which you look at things, then that can be absolutely life-changing. So there we go. That's it for today. I just thought it was a different frame, because some people might be in a very different frame of mind. But we can always turn it around. We can always turn it around. So there we go. And you know how you turn it around? What I was saying, as soon as you don't need that validation from people. So as much as I can see, Kerry was watching today. Thank you very much, Ben, my man, Ellie Brown. I've not seen that name for a little while. I hope you're well, studying hard. And Mr. Barlow, big up, much respect. Call me, or I will you. Keep missing each other. Listen, as much as validation is great and those likes are marvellous, if I can ask one thing of anybody that watches this live or be it on repeat, a share would be great, but not for me, but because of the work that I'm trying to do to help other people. That's where a share would benefit, force forward. But don't do it for me, because I don't need it. I don't need the shares and I don't need the likes. Force Forward does. It's about my mission. So if you want to help other people, if there's anybody that springs into your mind, and I'm sure that anybody watching on repeat as well, if there's somebody that comes to mind, share it. I'm not coming on here to point fingers at people, but what I do know, especially at this time of year, is that people may well be feeling like that. So drop the ego, take full responsibility for your own life, and if you want, then hit and share this. Change your perception. And honestly, regardless of what you think and how important it is that other people agree with you, why are you bothered? Why are you bothered? Honestly, that need for validation from others is actually crippling people, right? And it's not healthy. So, quite frankly, if you want to leave me a load of abuse, then fine, because I'm just going to ignore it. But there you go. We don't need the validation. Nobody watching needs other people's validation. You are enough. You should be confident because you're amazing, right? Yes, we are. Gary, you just blew me a kiss. Mwah. Love you, man. All right. Peace. I'm gone. By the way, before I hit finish, I didn't even once utter the words, just fucking do it, did I? Oh. Have a great day.